Let's watch some APC member reaction after Ademola Adeleke won the Osun state election. Some said they will be in haste to tell him congratulations because they don't believe that he scored the highest vote. Let's watch some of the clip.
And then, from our opinion, we won't be under any subtle pressure to easily, probably reach out to or congratulate Senator Ademola Adeleke, because we believed he did not score the highest valid votes. But like I observed, like I submitted, have been issue. We're studying the records, we're inspecting the records, and very soon we would make our position known to the members of the public. Mr. Charles, you need to understand that Mr. President, His Excellency say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the father of the nation. And as a Democrat, based on the announcement of INEC, issued a statement accredited to him. He's a father, he's a leader. But we are on the spot. We're on the ground, and politics is local. And like I've told you, that what we are doing, even for future, for records, is to conduct a thorough review of the entire process. And then, from our opinion, we won't be under any subtle pressure to easily, probably reach out to or congratulate Senator Ademola Adeleke, because we believed he did not score the highest valid votes. But like I observed, like I submitted, have been issue. We're studying the records, we're inspecting the records, and very soon we would make our position known to the members of the public.
They came with money. They came with governors, reportedly more than 30 of them standing behind one candidate. They came with security, with political machinery, with state apparatus. They even came with a strategy. They called it vote and stay. And then Osun gave them 444,815 votes. Adeleke got 511,067. So what exactly went wrong? Tonight, we find out. They don't tell you when the deal happens. We do. This is Power and Politics NG. Now, let's get into it. Let us start with the allegation, because it deserves to be treated as exactly that.
And let him know the reason why we defeated them. The only reason why we defeated Osun, no, it's not because we are bigger, but we spend more money than him. On election, they don't spend any money. They spend 60 billion as we have. Some places they bought votes for as high as 50,000 naira for one single vote. On the day of the election, when I heard the kind of money they were spending, I went back to my little corner in my room and I knelt down and I prayed to God. I said, God Almighty, please let people collect their money, but let them still vote for Ademola Adeleke. We played that later. And I just want everyone to know my routine. So when I need that to pray every day, I have some Bible.
Deji Adeleke, close to the governor's camp, says APC deployed enormous financial resources into the Osun election. He alleges spending as high as 60 billion naira. He alleges vote payments reaching 50,000 naira in some places. We cannot independently verify those figures. This is his account, not a confirmed audit. But if that allegation is even remotely close to the scale he described, the obvious question is not how much they spent. The question is, What did all that money actually buy? Because a naira note handed over to a voter does not come with a receipt for how that voter behaves behind the curtain. Now, let us talk about the machine. Reports place more than 30 APC governors behind Oyebamiji's candidacy. Security apparatus, political structure built over years, federal backing. And then came the strategy: vote and stay. Not go home, remain at the polling unit, watch the count, confirm the upload. On its face, that sounds like vigilance. Election observers actually recommend exactly this. But here's the analytical line worth sitting with. If everybody is staying to protect the result, everybody must believe something can happen to that result after the voter leaves. That belief, built into the strategy itself, tells you how both camps actually see Nigerian elections, not as a single moment of choice, as a contest that continues long after the ballot is cast. Now, slow down with me. A man says he saw the scale of the spending and went back to his room to pray. He described a specific verse, a specific routine, a specific plea. Let people collect the money, but let them vote for the real thing. One side had money, the other side had organization, vigilance, and in this man's telling, prayer. We are not going to tell you prayer caused the result. That claim cannot be verified any more than the 60 billion figure can be. But whatever you believe about prayer, the political lesson underneath it is harder to dismiss. The voters still had the final decision behind the curtain. No amount of cash handed over in daylight can follow a person into that booth.
Now, the number that changes the entire conversation: 511,067, 444,815, 66,252. That margin is the story. But here is what most coverage missed. Both parties increased their raw vote totals compared to 2022. APC rose from 375,027 to 444,815. Real growth, real mobilization, genuine improvement in their ground game. Adeleke rose from 403,371 to 511,067. Greater growth. This is not APC spent money and Adeleke won anyway. This is APC actually improved. Adeleke improved more. That is the real political story, and it is far more interesting than a simple morality tale about good beating evil. While Osun was exposing the limits of political machinery, another scene was playing out in Katsina. A Tinubu campaigner, Musa Maisana, was confronted by youths and forced to leave. He fled. He left his cap behind. Let us be clear, that isn't democracy. You defeat a political message with a vote, not a fist. But politically, the incident tells us something worth noting. Even some traditional APC strongholds are becoming more emotionally volatile heading into 2027. And this is why political analysis cannot become propaganda. While Osun was exposing the limits of political machinery, another APC governor, Monday Okpebolo, was receiving a visibly warm reception in his own community. Flowers, gratitude, genuine applause for roads and bridges. One viral clip shows anger, another shows applause. Neither by itself tells you how Nigerians will vote. So, what actually defeated the machine? 3 possibilities. 1. Money has limits. You cannot guarantee how someone votes behind a secret ballot. 2. Organization matters. Both camps were watching the polling unit and the count. Competition itself became a safeguard. 3. Local political identity matters. Osun voters were not simply voting according to whoever had the biggest national machine. The lesson from Osun may not be that money doesn't matter. It may be that money alone is no longer enough. APC didn't collapse in Osun. Its vote actually increased. What failed was the assumption that more money, more governors, and more machinery automatically produce more votes. And if that assumption is wrong in Osun, what happens when the same strategy meets 2027? Drop your answer. The machine can win, but it still has to convince the voter. The crack is already there. We just showed you where to look. This is Power and Politics NG.
As a Nigeria, do you believe on APC claiming that they did not think or believe that Adeleke got the highest vote? Do you believe on that their claim? So as a Nigeria, do well and put your comment in the comment section. And please do not forget to subscribe, like and share, and do well to come back and watch more. Thank you for watching.